Hi there, Raj here from Trading College, just doing a quick snapshot of what's going on in the markets today and let you know what's going on. So we've had a bit of an escalation of the unfortunate troubles and issues we have between Russia and Ukraine, and you can see the markets are taking that quite heavily. Just right now, we've got the S&P 500 down around 0.63% at the open, so that's obviously not very good, and we got some downside PTS targets. You can see it looks like we're about to roll over on the storyteller to get a new momentum trigger to the downside, which has been red anyway for a couple of days. So we're looking to see if this support level breaks or whether it holds by the end of the session today. That's what we're really seeing. If it does break and we do get through it and we close below, we could be looking at a bit of a heavy week. So in terms of targets and how this could play out, really looking at the 61.8 and the 76.4 down there, but really following these PTS targets to the downside is the easiest thing to do because they are matching those kind of targets from here. The initial trade is working quite well. It's had 2 or 3 days of being in profit now, so that looks really good. Now, over in the UK for the FTSE 100, things have been a little bit different. As you can see, upside targets have nearly been met for target number 3 of the PTS here, and it's going really good. We have a heavy retracement today, but still in a really strong uptrend. It doesn't look like anything's wrong there on the FTSE 100 in compared to the indices in America and also the DAX. Away from stocks now, let's go and look at crude, so spot WTI. So this is oil. You can see here another heavy day. This trend predictor worked very nicely. We've been under the zero line for the momentum trigger for a few days now. Good downside PTS targets. Target number 2 has been met. We have to wait and see if we can gather enough momentum for target number 3. I don't really think so because there's a bit of a counter trend trade here. It's going against the general direction of the market. So normally aiming for 2 to 1 or something like that is a bit better when you're going against the trend. Now, there has been one superstar, which is gold. The shiny metal has gone on its way. It looks like we could get a new momentum trigger to the upside. I did speak about this on the weekend newsletter. It looks like it's going quite good, and potentially we could be going back in line with this kind of trend of higher highs and higher lows in the market to see if we can get to the upside there. Copper has been messing around slightly. Very different asset class. You can see it's a lot slower moving. It's consolidated for a long time now. I think a long-term upward bias is still good, so I wouldn't really be aiming for these downward PTS targets. I'd be waiting for this to reverse and show me new targets to the upside because it's still an uptrend and we're above the zero line on the storyteller. We're still positive on the storyteller. A quick look at some currencies before we shoot off then. So we got euro dollar just continuing its trend to the downside. Looks like we're going to meet this N-shaped target here and maybe even go beyond to a Fibonacci extension to the rest of these targets. It's a great trend following trade. That looks absolutely fine. USDJPY, that's continued to hit the upside targets. What a trade this has been. That's where the momentum trigger PTS signal kicked in. And look, you can see it's still running there very well, very nicely to the upside. Just quickly, let's go and look at dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is got a bit of a confusing picture. So this is when you want to stay away, when you've got upside targets on the PTS, but you're underneath the zero line on the storyteller. I would feel way more comfortable if we got some new downside targets here and we were looking south. That would make me feel a bit more comfortable than taking a trade when we're in a sideways trend. I really try and avoid trades in the sideways trend. But that's about it from me. If you do have any questions, please let me know. I'm here for Learn to Trade Online on Thursday. So if you do want to join in with that and ask loads of questions, then feel free. I'll look forward to seeing you.